Hi, I'm Rhiann Lewis. I'm Developer Relations Advocate at Boson Protocol, and I'm delighted to invite you to our Fireside chat. So today we're delighted to have Joe Pace, Head of Business Development at Asics, and Boson Protocol co-founder Justin Bannon to talk about Boson's landmark launch on the Ethereum mainnet that we're announcing today, and what it means for brands interested in developing innovative experiences for their customers in the metaverse. Guys, absolutely fantastic to have you both here. Hey, Joe.
Hello, great to be here. Thank you for having me.
And hey, Justin.
Hi, Rhiann. Hi, Joe. Great to be here.
So my first question is going to be to Justin. At the moment, we're witnessing pretty important developments for the metaverse, including things like high demand from brands like Asics to start offering their products for people in 3D environments, exactly like where we're standing now, Boson Portal. So where does Boson Protocol fit into this whole picture?
Thanks, Rhiann. So, quite simply, Boson Protocol enables the sale of physical products in the metaverse as NFTs. So, you can think of Boson as like a commerce bridge between virtual and real worlds. So, brands can now offer experiences and products that engage customers in the metaverse and that are redeemable for real world physical items. So imagine if your customers could browse products in the metaverse, then receive these physical items either on their doorstep or collect in store. That's what Boson Protocol enables seamlessly. And we do this in a completely decentralized way, meaning that the brand and the customer are connected directly by Boson Protocol software. So our vision at Boson Protocol is to provide the decentralized network upon which future commerce will run. And for us, it starts with metaverse commerce.
And Joe, my question to you. So we've just seen in this absolutely awesome demo how customers could potentially purchase an Asics pair of shoes in the metaverse and have them delivered right to their doorstep using Boson Protocol. So obviously you've been looking really closely at what you've been doing, and I know that this isn't your first venture into Web3 because Asics previously did their own NFT drop. So could you tell us a little bit about how you guys at Asics see the potential benefits of metaverse commerce and just generally what your thoughts are about the whole thing?
Yeah, no, thank you, and thanks for the question, and so excited to be here. Yeah, we learned a lot with our NFT drop earlier this summer, and one of the greatest things coming out of that were some of the relationships like the one we have here with Boson Protocol, and for us the metaverse and metaverse commerce in general, at least what I get excited about is the community around it. So we're seeing with all these various NFT projects and with different decentralized technologies coming out that these small little micro communities are developing around these digitally native experiences. And so what we're hoping to do is create community around experiences that we've always supported, which are helping people lead active lifestyles, whether it's running, playing sports, being active in general. And so, for me, the exciting part is to see communities come together in a single place, potentially from various parts of the world with, no matter what their background is or where they're from, they can come into a single place, align around a product that they all are excited about, and ideally the product allows them to do things in the real world that they enjoy doing. And so the piece that as we're seeing here today, we're all in this same space together around this common idea and this common interest and passion. And I think that's just like such an exciting thing to be a part of, and honestly to start defining and figure out what that means. So yeah, there's so many elements of this, and I mean I could go on for a long time, but I think community really is the core of it, and making people feel comfortable, in a cool and exciting new space.
Yeah, I think it's fascinating that you talk about community in this context because, of course, a lot of the slightly negative things that people say about the metaverse is that it's people, sitting at home, maybe not talking to each other. But in fact, it fosters new types of community, doesn't it? From where people all around the world, as you say, can get together. And it's a terrifically cool and exciting time to be involved in something like this. And following on from this, I think we see lots of brands wanting to engage with this, not just because it's cool, but because they see the potential of it. Justin, you've talked a lot about the huge interest from brands in this space. Obviously, Boson is launching Boson Portal in Decentraland on the 18th of November. Can you tell us a little bit more about Portal, please?
Sure. So whereas Boson Protocol is this core piece of infrastructure, sort of like a commerce rails, if you like, for enabling a transaction, between a buyer and seller in the metaverse, redeemed in the physical world. Portal is an application. It's a fully customizable brand platform for metaverse commerce. Portal connects the metaverse with the real world, enabling these sort of in-world purchases that are redeemable as physical items, and enables us to offer a full-service solution for any brand wishing to dip their toes into the metaverse, and really supporting brands to plug in Boson Protocol and create these immersive commerce experiences within the metaverse. So that's a good overview of Portal.
It's just so exciting. I can't resist having a little dance on the on the strength of that.
I might join you, Rian. Actually, I think.
Yeah, why
Perhaps, I'd been going to ask you to expand a little bit on the healthy, active lifestyles point, Joe, but given that we're all dancing away here.
not? Yeah, right.
So, in terms of your brand and sportswear, you genuinely feel that the metaverse is a useful and exciting platform for promoting healthy lifestyles. Could you expand on that a little bit?
Yeah, no, and I love this idea, right, of, something that feels maybe pretty foreign at first, being something that can inspire you to take action in the real world. And to, since the beginning of even starting to dabble with NFTs, that's really been our mission, which is to, help people be active and inspire people to be active through digital goods and services. And I just think the metaverse is a place where you can really be experimental, try new things, and maybe do things in a way that you may not be comfortable doing in the real world. And honestly, we see this all the time with our app Runkeeper. When we talk to users, we hear, people who are just starting to get running, they don't necessarily feel comfortable running outside when they first start going. They don't necessarily feel like they want to be doing their exercise in front of people because they're new. They feel like they're not good at it yet, and so they'll run at night or they'll run in separate neighborhoods, and they'll already go somewhere else to experiment and try and start to get comfortable with their new habit. And I see the metaverse as a similar concept where you're able to come into this space and maybe talk to a sales associate and get, without having to go in front of anybody at a store wearing different clothes that you might wear in real life, and speak to them about ask questions more openly, and maybe try on some stuff on your avatar that you maybe wouldn't try on in the real world, and start to feel that sense of comfort, like I can pull this off, I can wear this product, and I can actually wear this product in the real world, maybe after you start to get comfortable with it, seeing it in third person on your avatar. And so, I think the beauty of it is it's a place to just experiment, try new things, explore different sides of your personality, explore different interests that you have. As I mentioned before, community, maybe there are other people going through the same thing and trying to get into running or get into jogging. and you can meet at the same space and talk about it and maybe try on the the same pair of shoes, ask if you like it, if it looks good on me, etc. So to me, it's just so cool to be able to go into a place and be as anonymous as you'd like to be, and be anything that you want to be, and hopefully that translates into the real world as well.
Absolutely amazing. I had to applaud there because it kind of resonates with our own experiences. When we've been hanging out in Decentraland and so on, I'm always amazed by the way my colleagues, we just what we choose to wear in the metaverse and so on. It's just an amazing way to express yourself, and I love this idea
Yep.
of what you were saying about if you're not sure about whether you want to wear something, having your avatar wear it first. It's just such a cool idea. And of course, that in itself is creating this kind of bridge between the virtual and real worlds. And just like that identity bridge, Justin, you've mentioned in the past about how Boson creates a commerce bridge between the virtual and real worlds. Could you expand on the customer experience in metaverse commerce enabled by Boson Protocol?
Sure, Rian. So, I mean, firstly, what we have built within Decentraland Boson Portal is more than just straight, enabling commerce. We've created with Portal a sort of expo that really explores the potential for commerce experiences. So Boson Portal is like a rewarding gamified space that enables these commerce experiences. So what do I mean by that? So we enable brands to not just offer physical products as NFTs, but we gamify that with quests, and the successful completion of a quest enables you to purchase special items or reduced prices, etc. And so consumers who complete this quest will then purchase a Boson NFT, and that NFT will lock up the purchase price within that contract, and there are also sort of deposits for buyers and sellers. And that NFT can then be redeemed in the real world, either via a website for delivery to the customer, or in store, for collection by the customer.
That is just so cool. I just love that idea. And that's speaking about providing a bridge between the virtual and real worlds. But then, of course, we come to this concept of assets, items that are both at the same time. So I'll put this one to you, Joe. The market for items that are both physical and digital is going to be just massive. What's the prize that's on offer for brands who are first movers in this area and who get this whole metaverse thing right? Or to put it another way, what do brands stand to lose if they don't get it right and if they pass up this opportunity?
Yeah, no, it's interesting. I think there is a potentially a very big prize, mostly in the opportunity to just help people and serve people, and also to define what the culture of the metaverse is. The metaverse is happening. There's a lot of investment going into it. You can already see vibrant communities established here, and but at the same time, it is still pretty nascent. It's still pretty early, and I think at least from our perspective, it's an opportunity for us to be a proponent of the good parts of the metaverse. When more and more people start to come in, what are the established things that you do here? Like, those things are still being figured out, and I'd love for a company like ours or others to be excited about being able to draw and write that story and encourage people to create a culture that is positive, that inspires healthy habits, that this isn't a place where you just stare at your screen and just get locked in mindlessly for ages. Like maybe the culture here is that you take care of yourself and you do take bio breaks, you do go for a walk, you do get outside, you do disconnect as well. So there's a healthy balance here that I think the early adopters to the platform can help create. I'd love for us to be one of those. And as the metaverse begins to evolve and more people come, to me, the reward on the other end of that is that they get to experience the best parts of this new technology without potentially some of the more negative stereotypical things you hear about what could potentially happen in the case of the metaverse. So yeah, I guess to sum that up, I think the prize is to help people. I'd love to help people move through this, and that's hopefully what we'll do.
I couldn't resist blowing some kisses there because I just love that message so much. So
Yeah.
looking
Blow some back for you.
so looking forward into this incredible future that lies ahead of us, I'm going to ask you both, probably Justin first. What is your vision for the future of the metaverse, and the future of commerce, and both together?
Sure, I'm happy to go first. I mean, I see the metaverse as, rather than being something distinct from the universe, as being this kind of continuum, this blurring. And so, Boson Protocol is a big part of connecting the two. So, for example, we have partners that we're going to announce that have chains of shopping malls, and they recognize that you're moving forward. They want a digital presence, in the metaverse, as a shopping mall that's a sort of a twin of their physical malls, connected by Boson Protocol, so that you can browse and buy items in the metaverse, redeem them in the real world. I think also with products, well, if you see what's happened with people, it's it's normal for people to have like a digital sort of shadow, if you like, whether that's LinkedIn, Twitter, and I think people will also have these digital representations, their avatars, but also products. I think in 5 years' time, or maybe sooner, it will be unusual and probably uncool to have an item of clothing that doesn't have some sort of a digital representation as well, where you could buy a pair of sneakers, physical pair. It would be unusual and uncool if you didn't have the digital pair to wear in the metaverse as well. Um, and completely coincidentally, all of my sneakers, literally 5 pairs, are all Asics, by complete coincidence. So I think I'm going to be safe to pick up my daughter from school and not have a pair of uncool sneakers that don't have some sort of digital twin.
It's amazing, isn't it? I mean, the thing is, we're so early with this, but you're absolutely right. It is going to be that way, and it is the brands that seize this opportunity, like you say, that are going to mean you don't have to suffer the social indignity of not having shoes that don't have a presence in the metaverse. So, Joe, what do you think? How do you see this whole metaverse commerce space evolving over the next few years?
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting. I think it will be really dependent on the intentions of the people creating it. I think that's going to be hugely impactful, and I think depending on who decides to get involved, that will play a major role in what it does become. And as I was mentioning before, I hope Asics is one of those proponents for good in the space, and it's you know to me, it's, as I mentioned before, I'll probably just reiterate what I've already said. It's a place to experiment. It's a place to try new things. It's a place to explore potential new realities, and almost augment your physical reality in your real world, where I can go to the metaverse, I can meet new people, I can hear new ideas, I can ask questions, I can put myself out there in ways that I'm not necessarily comfortable doing in the real world, or real world, physical world, and maybe that will impact and change the way I am present in the physical world. Maybe I'm more confident now. Maybe I wear new things for new reasons, and maybe I'm more active, physically active, and maybe my mental health is a little bit better because of that. And so, my hope is that the future of the metaverse and of this commerce experience is that it's something that is augmenting and improving our lives. I really hope for that, and that's what we're going to hopefully be building as well.
Amazing. It's such an inspiring fireside chat. I think that just about wraps it up. I guess I'm going to wave at everybody and say thank you very much for listening. Maybe have a bit of a dance even.
Yeah, a little robot. I like this one. Better moves than I have in real life. So I got to practice this one.
Thanks again so much for your time, both of you. It's been awesome.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks, Rhian. Thanks, Joe.